Whew. Welcome aboard, YouTubers. I gotta excuse the scratchiness in my throat. Here we go again with the scratchiness. Sleeping under this air with this ever changing weather. Boy, when it gets me good. And I hate taking throat spray, throat lozenges. I probably won't have a voice in the morning. Whew. Feel like I swallowed the frog and his mama. But anyway, how's everybody doing on this lovely, I'm going to call it a Tuesday evening, at least in the metro Atlanta, Georgia area. It is Tuesday evening, 6:37 p.m. that is. And I hope everyone is doing well. Looks like I've got this camera set up pretty much the way I want it. It's giving me a little negativity here as far as how I wanted the angle. Y'all just bear with me here. Yeah, that's better. Feels like I'm looking down at myself for some reason. Now I'm off centered. First of all, I'm gonna say this with all honesty. I ain't pissed off at nobody. I just want to talk about what I want to talk about. You know, and that's just coming from ever since I can remember to reaching this point in my life today. How you just get to a point, you just don't give a damn. You know, that's with anything. That's with people. That's with your decision to go to the store. That's with when you wake up in the morning, what shirt you gonna put on before you go to work. Sometimes you just don't give a damn. And that's pretty much life is just based on at this point in time, straight up not giving a damn. You know, and that happens. That happens to, you know, a lot of us. We get to that point to where no matter what we do, no matter what we try, you know, you live a life of doing the straight and narrow. Well, the life to where you didn't get caught. Let's put it that way. And first thing people say when they hear somebody older talking, damn, they're just going off. They old and see now. Ain't about being see now. It's just about you get to a point in life you just don't give a damn. You can call it PTSD, short tempered, short fused. You just don't care anymore. And greetings to each and every one of you. Like I said in the beginning, I'm not pissed off at anybody, not mad at anybody, but I'm just gonna be real about everything. You get to a point, you just don't give a damn. And by not giving a damn, I'm talking about just getting up in the morning, deciding on what pair of shoes you're gonna wear to work. You know, returning phone calls. Just don't give a damn. You know, and if you've worked at a place for any particular time, I'm not gonna make this solely about work, you know. But if you worked at a place at any given time and they're clocking you, and you got a whole hour for lunch and they want to try to take up your lunch hour, no, you need to correct that right then and there, because if you don't, they're gonna think they own your lunch hour. You know, you don't have to give a damn about anything. If you got a break in the middle of the day, make it about you. Even on your weekends off. You know, if you set time out on your weekend to make it about you, make it about you. Don't allow nobody to disturb that peace and disturb that time that you set aside for yourself. There are certain times in the day I would not pick up my phone because I just don't give a damn. I don't want to be bothered. Ain't because I'm mad at anybody, but until you find that moment, that peace, you know, things are gonna always be hectic for you. You know, people can call it what they will. And for all of you that's leaving me the comments right now, I'm gonna read your comments. But I can't read them right now. That's why I took my glasses off, because I don't even want to focus on that right now. I appreciate each and every one of you, but I want y'all to think about something. Even in your relationships, you know, don't sometimes you just want to be able to tell your spouse, hey, look, today I don't even want to be bothered. It's like everybody wants to be so consumed in everything and every waking moment. You know, days you can't even go to damn work without somebody bothering you. There's a lot of days I go to work, I don't want nobody fucking with me. Just leave me in my corner and let me do what I got to do. It's to that point to where now that I can almost taste retirement, and it seems like it's too far away. It seems like as fast as time is going, but now I'm seeing that next phase. It seems like it's moving backwards, and I'm trying my best in order. Namely, I deal with your health. You got just because I'm thinking, retirement don't mean that I won't be doing something once I retire. I'm not going to just be sitting around, but I'm not taking all this foolishness with me, and neither should you. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking the same thing. You just fed up with a lot of stuff. Well, take some time and deal with it. Deal with it your way. You don't have to be subjected to all of this mess. It doesn't matter if it's a spouse, if it's a best friend, if it's a job, even if it's a parent. Uh, Deal with it. Peel with it. Shout out to you. If you want that shout out, there you go. I did make a comment that I had my glasses off. So to everybody that just signed in, welcome aboard. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. So hopefully I've gotten all that out of the way. But really, I just want to get on here. If I get on a rant, then like I said, I ain't mad at nobody. And the reason why I'm not mad with nobody, because I stopped giving a damn. I don't give a damn no more. I really don't. I ain't taking work home with me. I ain't taking bad conversations to bed with me. I'm not waking up in the morning mad about something somebody said the night before. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And I was that person that would try to be caring and see things through the end with people. Nah, I can't do it no more. The minute somebody started giving me all their grief and all their problems, I just changed the subject. I started talking about something else. I started asking them how they seen a certain TV show. Cause I don't even want to hear that BS. You in the same situation. You've been in the same situation for 10 years. I've heard it upside down and backwards. I don't want to hear it no more. I get tired of hearing the same old mess. I know I was that person too. I would get on something and something going wrong with me. I would talk to somebody about it 14 times straight. I don't do that no more. Don't let anybody own your energy like that. Of all you that's going through something right now, if you're going through separations and breakups or whatever, and you feeling down about it, look at it this way. That person was removed from your life. They didn't walk out of your life. You should be thankful they left when they did. Mm-hmm. If you really think about it and stop trying to get in your own feelings and trying to make yourself hurt because of somebody you think hurt you, they did you a big favor. And for those of you, and a lot of us do, that believe in the higher power, that higher power removed that person out your life. So now it's time for you to celebrate and move forward. Even if you got to stay single for a year, ain't nothing wrong with it. One thing you need to realize, it feels good to be alone. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be lonely. The more you think about the past situations you had yourself in and all the sacrifices that you made and everything that you brought into a situation that you no longer have. I'm not talking about things that's related to money. I'm talking about your life, your health, your well-being, your mental state. Get all that back. Stop making it about money. Stop worrying about money. There are so many different ways you could make up for lost money. There are a lot of ways. Stop worrying about your job that they ain't paying you enough money. Yeah, I was there too. But guess what? Good thing is, I knew how to hustle before I had that damn job, or any damn job. So I'm going to get mine. Y'all need to stop worrying about that too. Because you're working for somebody else. You ain't, unless you're working for yourself. You can forget about it. You forget about it. Make a way for yourself. Even if you do have to work a second job, or even if you do get a side hustle, stop worrying about money. Stop worrying about your friends, why they haven't called you. The reason why they haven't called you because they don't need your ass right now. We all have those kind of friends. They'll call when they need something. They ain't thinking about you. So why are you sitting over there thinking about them? Yeah, I used to be that person. I used to be that person. I'm gonna call everybody. I'm gonna text everybody. I'm trying to stay in touch, you know. But I realized I'm managing my friendships. I'm 80% managing it. The 20% of those that don't reach out. At some point, you got to realize those really aren't your friends. They're just somebody you deal with. You know, that's all it is. I was given some very interesting news today regarding somebody that I know. Let me just tell y'all something. I ain't gonna put it out there, but this fool is a real fool for what he about to do with this woman. That's all I'm saying on that. I'm gonna talk about it at another time, but I ain't gonna even put it out there right now until it becomes more concrete. But yeah, the fool is a real fool. If y'all ain't never heard that expression, it'll come back to you. It'll come around. But stop being a burden to people. Stop letting everybody bring you down. Just don't give tomorrow, just don't even give a damn. Just go to work. If you fortunate enough to have a job that you in an office and you have a corner, a cubicle, or a closet. It don't matter if you're the janitor. Put your headphones on. Just don't bother nobody tomorrow. Stay as neutral as you possibly can. I bet you have a better day. I bet you do. And ladies that work for any of yours, that she come up there with all her mess, talking about her kids and her baby daddies and her man. Don't listen to that shit tomorrow. Don't listen to it. Don't even listen to it. Just tell her you busy. Tell her you got something to do. Because there comes a time to where, it's time to look out for self. I know a lot of people saying looking out for self means you selfish. Don't allow nobody to tell you that negativity either. You can look out for self. You can take care of self. Because in today's day and age, when you get whatever you get yours off the top before you start dispersing everything. Yes, get yours off the top. Be selfish if you have to. Because you got to realize people that are around you, they're doing the same thing. And you just always calling them and always bothering them trying to stay relevant. You're not relevant. Mm-hmm. You take the top 5 people that you constantly call on a day-to-day or weekly basis. Don't call them for 4 days. You ain't going to hear from them. Do it as a test for yourself if you don't believe it. Same thing at work. Those same people that you always buddying up to at work. Pull back. And once again, it ain't got nothing to do with nobody's job. I'm just saying, take care of yourself for a change. Leave all this other foolishness alone, all these crazy people alone. Get away from it. Stay away from it. And I knew for a fact that I was not going to make this a long video when I got on here. It was going to be quick, fast, in a hurry because I got shit to do. So until next time, everybody have a great night.